We've just been on that monorail. So, I forgot we were in a micro hotel. Here we are, just casually walking onto the White House. Right, there we go, the White House, the home of the President of the United States. We thought there were a lot of steam coming out in the New York roads.
Welcome to the next video. Today we leave New York and head to Washington DC. Right, we're on the train, so we've got there are two platforms, there's Long Island and then there's the New Jersey platform at Penn Street Station. You have to wait in the terminal area until you see your train code, and then you have to race, a bit like King's Cross, down to the track that you're supposed to get on. But the train is like the one in Paris, it's like 2 levels. So we've got 4 stops and then we're at Newark Airport.
So the price of this ticket was $15.75 each from Penn Station in Manhattan to Newark Airport. And then when we get there, we need to change to an air train to get around the airport and to the car pickup location, Thrifty.
Right, so now we get the air train to the car pickup location. We've just been on that monorail. Right, a very long time later, after a very long wait in the queue for Thrifty, we have our car. So we're all set. We've just got it all sorted with Google Android Auto, and it is 3 hours 37 minutes for us to get to the Ronald Reagan Airport, which is where we dropped this car off.
We did prepay fuel, because we can't be bothered, and we did pay an extortionate rate. We're only going to use half of it, but that's it, isn't it?
It's just easier, so we don't have to fill it up when we get there. We can just drop it off. Then we're going to get an Uber to the hotel where we're staying tonight, and then we'll see what we can have time to explore. We're going to get there at 2:10 in the afternoon, so we will have some time to sort of just unpack, throw our cases in, and then just go and explore a little bit of Washington.
Yep.
And then we'll do the rest tomorrow.
So when we got off the train, we had to get the air train straight across the bridge and follow the road round to P3. So if ever you're doing that, that's where you get all the car rentals. And Thrifty's not signposted. You have to come out of the building and then just look around and you'll see it's kind of a straight in front to the right. Right, so when we set off on our road trip, we knew that our transponder can be used in other states. However, there are some states in the SunPass network that can't be used. So I had to buy one of these from Amazon. It's a SunPass Pro, link it to my account, which I did the other day when it arrived, and that will allow us to use it in all the states from New York, or New Jersey as we're in now, all the way down to Washington, and then the transponder will be used again on the next car from Washington all the way down to Florida. The only state that it doesn't work is South Carolina, so we have to make sure that we turn off toll roads, because Thrifty charge you about $58 a week as the convenience charge, and then all the cost of the tolls. So that's going to save us a fortune.
Right, we've stopped at some services to get some breakfast, so we've got a sausage, an egg, we're going to say muffin, but it's not, it's from Starbucks, and Nick's got a decaf iced coffee, I've got a normal iced coffee, and then we're going to continue our journey down to Washington. we're 11 minutes away from our destination, which is Ronald Reagan Airport in Washington DC. From there, we drop the car off and then think we're probably going to get a Lyft or an Uber to our hotel, which is in the city centre. It's the Motto by Hilton. Right, first job in DC done. Car dropped off. Coming into our little micro room. Right, this is the Motto by Hilton, and now it's classed as a micro hotel, so the rooms are quite small, but it's got everything in it that you need. So the bed, is it comfortable?
It's not a huge bed.
No, it's not a huge bed. I'll have to try the comfort out. We have some very nice region lights here, a noise machine here, and some earplugs. But it can't be noisier than we've just experienced in New York.
No,
so I'm
not
not
at all.
worried about that. A micro desk so I can do some editing. A nice big TV for the micro room. And then over here we have the bathroom.
So the toilet and the bathroom in the same cupboard.
Yeah, I'm quite impressed with this sink area. It's quite funky. And some nice toiletries, hand wash, body lotion.
Quite a yellow light. That's not the camera.
And then into the shower. And then quite a micro wardrobe here for Nick to hang his clothes.
It's for hobbits. It's tiny.
There, a safe. And what have we here?
A drawer.
A drawer. So they did say to us down on reception that there's no amenities such as kettles or coffee machines.
No
things
iron?
Like that.
Is there no iron?
He did say you can call down if you want an iron.
I told you there'd be no iron. Right, so we're going to unpack. There is actually space under the bed to put your suitcase once we take the clothes out and put them on the rack.
We're actually in Chinatown.
Yeah, we never even realised that when we looked it up. It never mentioned it on the Hilton website, and there's kind of a big Chinese gate just a little bit up the road. And we are walking distance from all the main sites, which is why we picked this.
It'd be rude not to eat in Chinatown, I think.
We're definitely going to do that. So, a couple of things that we want to go over through the things that's happened today. Right, so a couple of things that we wanted to mention is when we were picking the car up, the car company were basically using quite sneaky and unethical tactics to get people to upgrade. Now, we got our car through Discount Florida Car Hire, and we got collision damage waiver, we got zero excess, we got the full insurance. But the lady on the counter, and she'd done this to a few people before us, she'd actually told me, well, you've actually got the basic package, you need to upgrade. But I pointed out to her, well, I already have collision damage waiver and zero excess, so it's not needed. She didn't question it anymore, but the lady before me, she said, oh, you don't have the basic package, and the lady said, I don't want it. And she said, well, what are you going to do if you damage the car? And the lady went, oh, I don't know. So she ended up sneakily getting this lady to upgrade when she really had no need to. So if you are collecting cars in America, and they do this in Orlando as well, just be careful in what they're trying to do. What she meant by the basic package was you've got your insurance, but you haven't got things like lock yourself out for a key, or you put the wrong fuel in. That's what they class as their bigger packages, but they make out that you've not got the right insurance, so just be careful as you are getting a car when you are in the States. The other thing as well is when you are dropping a car off from one state to another state, you'll usually pay a drop-off fee. For our case today, although we only paid £38 for the car, there was a $75 drop-off fee because we took it from New Jersey, and dropped it off in Washington DC.
Yeah.
So we crossed the state line, therefore it applies a charge. It wasn't much, and it was still cheaper than us getting the Amtrak train, which would have cost $412. So we're well within the savings on that. So a question that we always get asked, and people will message us 2 or 3 times a week actually asking this question: what's the best way to get mobile signal or a contract in the US? So there's 2 ways you can do it. Well, 3 ways actually. First of all, check that your current UK provider has actually allows roaming in the UK within your allowance. O2 Plus plans do allow it, however,
very slow.
And it is unlimited, but it's so slow it's actually unusable.
I've got O2. I can use it for like WhatsApp messages and things,
But pictures and videos are just a no-go. Web browsing is really, really slow. It's fine for accessing Google Maps, which I'm going to come on to in a minute, for loading maps and traffic information and things like that. We actually have a pay-as-you-go 3 card, which still allows roaming in the USA. We just put a tenner on it because it gives you 10 gig of data. The maximum you can ever use anyway, no matter how much you've got, is 12 gig. We just pop that in this phone, we topped it up before we go, and it's good for 30 days. And it's actually really fast. It's about 30 megs.
Yes, very fast. It helps if you've got a dual SIM phone.
Yeah.
So you can just switch between the data and your dual SIM.
Yeah. If not, you're going to keep taking your SIM card out.
Which could be a bit of a pain.
Yeah. But luckily, our phone's a dual SIM, so we just, whenever data's not working, if 3's not working, we just switch across to the O2 one temporarily and then back again. So you get up to 12 gig depending on how much data. So if you're going to buy a card, don't spend 50 quid on a don't get 50 gigs worth of data because you can only ever use 12 of it. So just stick with the £10 package. You can get them from Tesco, the 99p SIM, or you can order them from the website or from Amazon. So the other thing that we wanted to mention is how great Google is again. It literally has been a lifesaver while we've been in New York. It knew about the subways, it knew about walking, it knew about traffic, and it's got us all the way down to DC today. It had a couple of wobbles, didn't it, where it didn't tell us to turn, and it meant keep on the same road.
We took one turn wrong and then we almost took another turn wrong.
Yeah. So, but overall, it's really, really good, and it knows about train times. All the train companies feed into Google, so if there's a train delayed, like the MTA system in New York, it knew that a train was delayed at another station, and it tells you on the app. And all the cars that you get in America nowadays tend to have Android Auto on it, so you can just connect your phone straight into the system, follow the prompts on the screen, and bam, Google Maps is actually on your screen, and it actually has. And the reason why we have data in the US is because we want live traffic information. So when we were driving down here, we knew that about 30 miles ahead there was actually a crash. The sat-nav knew about the crash and redirected it around it and saved us about 15 minutes, didn't it?
Yeah. We're not sponsored by Google.
No, we're not.
We just like
We're
it.
not. We just love Google. I just can't say anything bad about Google. It's just fantastic.
Here goes Nick. Will they actually fit?
They'll fit one way, but they won't fit the other.
Well, you can always hang some things up on these hooks too.
There we go. That's one lot in.
Now this is where my non-hangered packing idea fails because there's not enough room on the floor to sort of just live out of my case. So I forgot we were in a micro hotel.
Right, we're out and about. We've just had a little look around the hotel, so there is a nice bar area downstairs.
Huge, in fact.
And a nice coffee area as well. We can get nice coffee. It's only open until 1 PM, which isn't very late.
Or 12 o'clock during the week.
Yeah, but it looks like a nice hotel. Nice check-in area, kind of boutique style. It's just a shame about the very small bed. Nick will have to keep very still tonight.
You have to keep on your own side.
So,
As we said, we're right in the heart of Chinatown. The motto where we are is just there. And I'm not sure whether that's the exit or the entrance to Chinatown. But we probably eat in Chinatown tonight because we do like a nice Chinese. But we are going to go and have a look at
the White House. Since we've got a lot of things on this list, we're not going to get them all done because we're only here for literally one full day tomorrow. So we're going to go and try and get as many things as we've done on this vlog, and then tomorrow we'll basically do all the remaining sites. So Mr. Biden, down the road, 18-minute walk.
Let's go.
Let's go.
We've already noticed there's lots of Lime scooters and Lime bikes all over the streets. So if you're into your Lime scooters and bikes, looks like it's a good place to be.
Might help us get around a bit.
Here we are, just casually walking onto the White House.
I'll knock on the door, see if he's in, shall I?
I can confirm that even though we've driven 4 hours south, it's still bleeding freezing.
Beyond freezing, it's actually 6 degrees Celsius at the minute.
Right, there we go, the White House, the home of the President of the United States. It's quite small, although you can see it goes kind of under and all the way over there.
Southport were bigger.
And all the way under there as well. So,
West Wing?
Yeah, West Wings and stuff like that.
West Wing. Wait, let me get the orientation right on the map and I'll tell you which one's which.
Not sure if Joe's in or not.
Moment. Right, so that's the West Wing over there.
The left one.
We are actually facing
Left
north.
is the West Wing.
And then round the back is what is like the South Lawn, which is like the rounded front on it, but that's the bit that you see in all the movies.
Yeah.
the bit where in Independence Day the helicopter took off on the lawn and a beam fired down and smashed the White House to bits.
This is the street outside, so there's a few sort of kind of protesty things going off, I think. I don't know what it's about. And then we're going to go on to the other side, see what we can see from there. Just next to the White House, to the right, is the Eisenhower
Executive
Office Building, which is a government federal building. That's very impressive, that.
There's a lot more architecture in Washington. Just from the few minutes that we've been here, do you know what I mean? It's not like
it's not like loads of high rises. There is high rises, but not like obviously New York.
There's a lot of like monuments and like old looking buildings, but clean, and the streets are a lot wider as well.
We thought there were a lot of steam coming out in the New York roads. Look at that. It's like a fire underneath the road. This Eisenhower Executive Office. Look at the size of it. Now we've come around the corner.
It's almost like a cube. It's not even like longer one way than other. It's just literally the same size.
It's more impressive than the White House.
It's got layer after layer after layer built up with pillars as well.
Right, so this is the south lawn side of the White House. You can just see it there. And that is the actual spot where Nick was talking about that gets destroyed in Independence Day.
The beam comes down and blows it up. And as Leigh just called it, it's the president's backside.
The backside of the White House.
That's,
so this is the president's park, and you can usually go on there. We've just been on there, but it is closed at the moment for a private event in the White House, so everybody's had to come off. So we'll try and get there closer tomorrow.
It is actually quite late on a Sunday, so most things are going to have closed. The museums have closed, the Ford Theatre's closed. We're going to try and head over to the Washington Monument, see whether it's still open, see whether we can get in the area and have a look, but it may well be closed, and some of it we're going to have to do tomorrow.
We'll see. So that's as close as we can get today.
Probably about 3/4 of a mile from here.
Yeah. Pretty good view of it though.
So there we are, the Washington Monument. It's actually closed at 5 o'clock, so we may come back tomorrow because you can actually go inside it in an elevator right up to the top. It's 555 feet and 5 inches tall. It's an engineering marvel, and the blocks are held together just by gravity and friction. There's no mortar used in the process at all, so it's literally, every block is just resting on the next. It's not cemented down or anything like that. So you notice when you look at the Washington Monument as well, that there are different sections that are different colours. It's 3 different types of marble that were used when it was constructed, as well as the weathering and the rain that's sort of eroded it over the years. So if you do want to go up the Washington Monument, it's actually free. They do give out same-day tickets, but you've got to be at the information booth about 8:45 in the morning for same-day admission. However, you can book tickets online. We haven't booked them. You can book them online. It is free, but they do charge a $1 processing fee that the National Park Service charge just to cover the cost of their website and things like that. Proper marble like your kitchen, isn't it? However, there's mortar here holding it together. Maybe they've done that on the lower levels, just to people have obviously chiseled it away over the years.
Yeah. Let's have a look up.
But up the upper levels, yeah, it's got some mortar in it, but I think it's just the lower levels to stop people from, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But according to the National Park website, there's no mortar holding it together, apart from it's pointed there. I mean, it could just be pointed and then there's no cement in between. Who knows?
Right, so you can see quite a lot of historic sites from the monument as well. There's Capitol Hill there, to that side, and then to this side is the Lincoln Memorial.
Right, so down the sides of Capitol Hill is where all the Smithsonian museums are. There's a couple of things I want to see in there. The Hope Diamond, the Space Museum, and I want to see the Dorothy slippers from Wizard of Oz, because apparently the originals are actually in there.
So something that's quite well known about Washington is all the food trucks outside the Smithsonian's, so you'll never be short of food here.
I'm starving now.
Another massive building. It's very kind of Roman looking, that one, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then the US Customs and Border Protection building
the one
there
over
as
there
well.
That you've just pointed out is the Herbert Hoover building. which is another federal building. Most of the buildings that look like that in the whole of the area are all government buildings. Each department of government has its own different buildings. Like Leigh just said, the US Customs and Border Protection is in there. Our names will be on their system somewhere.
Right, so we're making our way back to the hotel, but we've stopped in this bar on the way. It's called Cuba Libre. We've ordered a few things, a couple of drinks. I've got a beer. Nick's got a
Mango mojito, which is very nice actually.
very nice. And
Warms your chest.
we've ordered 3 appetizers. We're not 100% sure what they all are. We've got some guacamole, chips and things like that, and a couple of Cuba
Frittery
desserts,
things,
fritters, things like that.
different
So we'll see what
sauces.
they are when they get here.
That's our plantation chips, I think they're called. And what's this one?
I'm not sure which one's which.
I think we've got one more to come as well, some bread.
Yeah.
These are interesting, that's for sure.
I wonder if they're the Malanga fritters, or are these the fritters?
These are the fritters, these are the
Oh,
chips.
there's lots of guacamole chips.
yeah.
It's the plainton chips, isn't it? They're like they're almost like sliced bananas.
Yeah. We've also got some bread and mango butter.
Let me try this. I wonder if it actually tastes like really strong of mango. Let me try it.
I'll take that as a no.
Tastes of cinnamon.
Right, so what are you trying now? Is this the fritter?
Yes.
With Melangra fritter, I think it said, didn't it?
Right.
So it's kind of like,
There is some sauce there, but I'm going to try it sauceless. Just
what's
to
it
look
made
like.
of? It looks like falafels or maybe potato.
It's very nice. I think it is potato, but I don't really understand what it is. So it's nice. It's very light. And let me try some of this sauce.
The sauce is like almost like a ketchup.
I don't know, it's fish or
Fish.
potato or I don't know. It's really light. Go have a try. I'll analyse it with my. Oh, it's not fish. It's almost like coleslaw.
It's like fluffy potatoes or something, isn't it?
It might be cabbage. It's like a coleslaw, I think.
Right, Nick has now got a sunburst, which is coconut rum.
Sunburn.
Or sunburn. Coconut rum, lots of different rums.
Pineapple juice, grenadine.
Yeah.
Another kind of rum. So I'll have
I've
to
had a
try
little
it.
sneaky drink over it already. It's
I
very
have
nice.
no ice, then you get more juice. So. It's very coconutty and very sweet as well, but very nice. Right, the cocktails are going down very quickly. I'm just about to order another one, and we've decided to order a Cuban sandwich with so many extras. It's just I've forgotten what's on it. Chips. As you can see, we've decided not to go to Chinatown tonight. Yeah, we never got there. We're sleeping in Chinatown, but we'll go to Chinatown. We'll go for a Chinese tomorrow night. Because I really do fancy like an Asian cuisine. Almost, I'm just kind of in my mind. I'm thinking it's as nice as Budokan, but it won't be. But you never know. You never know if you find the right place. But this is really tomorrow. Nice. We've got a long day tomorrow. Lots of things. I just hope the weather is a little bit warmer than what it has been today. I don't think it's going to be. It was freezing today. No, I think it's wrapped up. I think it's forecast 12 tomorrow. That's twice that today.
So we've gone for a Cuban sandwich to share, packed jam full of meats and cheeses.
Is that 2 sandwiches then?
Well, 1, 2. It's like half of each.
It's nice and easy to share then.
Yeah.
And then a black bean soup. Let me try this. This looks really like
Very flavoursome, I bet that is. Good.
it's got lots of coriander in it. You're gonna love it.
For goodness sakes. Banana pudding. Doesn't look like Ohana's, does it?
Nothing
Go on,
at
be the
all.
first to try it.
Looks
So
like-
it's cinnamon ice cream and like a butterscotch syrup. Can you taste the banana?
Not really. That's not, but not really.
It's not very big, is it? It's like, it's almost flat.
It's alright, enough to
What
share.
are you doing? What are you doing?
Enough to
I'm
share.
not sharing. So we just asked for the check and it came in this box. Like
Only if I'm
Cuban
gonna get a cigar. Afraid no, it's just
Nothing.
Right, we're in the hotel bar. We just walked back from the Cuban restaurant.
and the bar is open. So we just thought we'd call in, and I've got an amaretto sour without the foam because it was egg white. Lee's got a sunburn sidecar. Man with a sunburn in a good place, wasn't it? I'm a bit tipsy. So we're just going to have this, and then we're going to have an early night-ish, like 8 o'clock, which is early. For a busy day tomorrow. Oh my god. Try that. Strong or what? Strange. Nice that. That's delicious. It's like an almond, but it's like lemony, like a lemony almond. Yeah. So yeah, we have a very, very busy day tomorrow. So today's just been kind of like traveling, relaxing. We've had a bit of a dipper's foot into the tourism side of things, and then tomorrow we're going to do like the full day, doing a lot of exploring. Try my drink. I forgot what it's got in it. Whiskey. It's got whiskey or something in it. It's gross.
Back in the hotel room, and there's something going off down there. Lots of sirens.
No gunshots yet though.
Fire engines, and don't know what that little car is. So it looks like it's going to be a very hustling, bustling street for the evening, which I'm guessing is why we've got the sound machine which Nick is playing with.
It's just a fan.
Fan?
It's just a fan.
Well, at
That's
least
it.
that gives you some noise.
There's enough draft.
Nick is going to finish the video.
Let me get comfortable.
Try it. Is it comfortable?
Yeah, but it's small and that's blinding. It is quite nice actually. You just need to make sure that you lay straight.
Put that lamp on a little bit. It's a little bit dark in here. So
What was that noise?
What was that noise? What wasn't that noise? Who knows with all this what's going off at the cars?
There you go.
There's a lot of crowds
Here's your
there.
earplugs.
I don't know whether that's a queue for something like the bank or.
Nobody wants to go to the bank at this time of night.
Well, I don't know then. Don't know what's going off down there. We'll let
It's
you know
been
tomorrow.
a long day. We're going to watch Netflix now and we're going to watch some YouTube. We're just going to chill out, settle, get ready for bed. I'm going to look at some of the stuff that we're going to do tomorrow.
Yes,
and,
there is the toilet just there.
Yes, and there's a semi-see-through door. So when one's having a poo, they have to turn that way. So if you are new to our channel, guys, don't forget to click the subscribe button, share and comment below. And we will be back on the next video when we're going to be exploring Washington, and we have got lots and lots and lots planned. Probably not going to get it all done, but we'll try our best.
See you on the next video.
Bye for now.